Welcome, Matt fans, to this super blockbuster edition of Tri-State Wrestling. My name is Hank Hudson. I will be your host for the Tri-State Extravaganza 1987, the greatest independent wrestling card ever to be held anywhere in the states of Pennsylvania, Ohio, and West Virginia. And Matt fans joining me later to provide expert color commentary, one of the greatest junior heavyweight wrestlers ever from the tri-state area, Bobby Hurricane Hunt. And just listen to this lineup. 4 super main events from Schramm Hall, St. George's Gym in the Allentown section of Pittsburgh. Main event number 1, a special grudge match, the Sicilian Beast against 450-pound Muhammad Abdullah. Main event number 2, a 6-man tag match to end all 6-man tag matches. Team number 1, Jack Waring, the California Kid T.C. Reynolds, and the Patriot, and they will oppose Gorgeous George Leach, Jerry Stonewall Jackson, and Cactus Jack Foley. 2 out of 3 falls, 60-minute time limit. And main event number 3, a lumberjack match for the tri-state heavyweight title. The new champion, Johnny Rotten, fresh back from a tour of South Africa, defending against the former champion, John Hercules Gavin. And in the final main event, a Sicilian strap match. The feud will finally end today on Tri-State Wrestling as Baron Mikel Donatelli, the evil one, opposes Irish Red Walsh. 4 big main events from Schramm Hall in the Allentown section of Pittsburgh, Tri-State Extravaganza 1987. Stay tuned for this action. Matt fans, once again, this is Hank Hudson at ringside, along with my co-commentator, Bobby Hurricane Hunt, at Tri-State Extravaganza 1987 from Schramm Hall at St. George's Gym in the Allentown section of Pittsburgh. And Bobby, what a super special challenge grudge match this should be. The Butcher, Muhammad Abdullah, 450 pounds out of Nigeria, managed by the sadistic Dr. Sam Siegel, against the Sicilian Beast, 252 pounds out of the rolling foothills of Sicily, now out of Dormont, Pennsylvania.
I'm looking forward to this match. Both of these guys are very experienced. They're big super heavyweights, and they're both very good.
And this Dr. Sam Siegel here, he claims to be a noted neurosurgeon specializing in psychiatric care of the criminally insane. And as you notice, he led Abdullah to the ring with chains, and Dr. Siegel claims it's for the crowd's safety.
I know that Dr. Sam Siegel, he's his #1 project. He's the main man of all of his prospects. He's got a couple other guys, but he is the #1 man in his stable.
And this event here is a rematch of an earlier Pier 6 brawl that took place at South Park. The Beast had Abdullah beaten when Dr. Sam interfered, and it ended in a disqualification victory for the Beast. So the Beast requested this rematch, and that's why we have it here today on Tri-State Wrestling.
A little showboating on the part of the Beast, but I wouldn't do that just yet. I don't know. I'd be very careful with a guy as big as that.
Well, Muhammad Abdullah has almost a 200-pound weight disadvantage, or advantage, I should say, over the Beast. So the Beast is going on his bicycle here, utilizing his speed.
Yes, but the thing about this, 450 pounds, and he moves pretty good. He moves pretty fast. So the Beast is going to have to be careful.
The weight advantage with Muhammad Abdullah, the power with Abdullah, but the Beast with the speed advantage here. Beast doing a little showboating here, but he has to make sure Abdullah doesn't get a...
I think he's trying to get Abdullah a little unruffled. He might have a game plan, Abdullah. I think that the Beast is trying to con him out of it.
It could be right, a little psychological strategy here. Beast whipped into the ropes by Abdullah on the bond. A stalemate there on a collision. Encore try by the Beast, another stalemate.
Now this Beast is a big guy, and he's fast. You see how he moves in the ring. And when you hit a guy like that, you can't take him down. That's really power. What's Siegel doing in the corner?
Dr. Sam Siegel distracting the Beast there. Now Muhammad Abdullah in the driver's seat. The Beast broke the cardinal rule of wrestling, never take your eye off your opponent.
That's for sure.
And now Abdullah choking the Beast on the middle rope.
And there's more harassment from Sam Siegel at ringside.
They don't call him Psycho Sam for nothing.
That's for sure.
And now Muhammad Abdullah making mincemeat out of the Sicilian Beast, choking him on the top rope. Referee Bucky Palermo trying to force a break. A slingshot with the top rope, and the Beast hits the deck hard.
It wouldn't be a bad idea if Bucky Palermo would have signed Sam Siegel to a seat at ringside, but I don't know if he can do that or not.
Yeah, he's moving about freely at ringside.
Right,
he shouldn't be able to do that. Whipping of the ropes on the bond. A 450-pound wall there, Bobby.
The Beast is in trouble right now. That's for sure. He's in trouble.
You talk about an irresistible force and an immovable object.
That's it.
This Abdullah is everything. Whipping of the ropes and
What an elbow. What an elbow.
the Beast in dire straits now. Bobby, back in your day, you faced men like Gorilla Monsoon and Baron Gattoni, and he was around 360 pounds.
Yes, but you can't outpower those guys. You have to try to finesse them and beat them with speed if you can. The Beast has the speed. Now watch, look, now there's Siegel again.
Yeah, referee Bucky Palermo was distracted by Abdullah. That was a good chance for Dr. Sam Siegel to get in a cheap shot there, but luckily the Beast was alert.
That's what he was on his way to do. Oh, what a knee, what a knee. Oh my, that.
A kick to the head by Dr. Siegel down on the floor, and the Beast is writhing in pain on the hardwood floor of Schramm Hall. I mean, you face a man like George Crybaby Cannon like you did in your day, you got to get on your bicycle and tire the guy out.
Sam Siegel takes advantage of every opportunity. You notice that it wouldn't be a bad idea to have a referee just outside the ring, you know.
Yeah, sometimes these managers have to be chained to a ring post
That's
or handcuffed to a policeman or another wrestler to keep them in line.
That's right.
Because this could cost the Beast a victory here. I mean, he has his work cut out for him as it is with a 198-pound weight disadvantage. And
that's right.
And he got 300-plus pound Dr. Sam Siegel, the manager. Although he's not trained in wrestling, he got a lot of force behind them blows.
He's got almost a half a ton of opposition going against him. Let's face it, how do you win like that?
That's very true. And now Siegel distracting Palermo as Abdullah tries.
Good evasive move by the Beast.
Beast coming back with renewed vim, vigor, and vitality here. An armbar and a ham-like fist across the broad back of Abdullah, wringing that left arm with a wrist lock.
Very painful on the posterior deltoid. It's very painful.
Muhammad Abdullah, 450 pounds of Avar Dupoy in the ring there.
My, what a maneuver. Did you see that maneuver?
He's trying to grab the rope to gain his freedom, but Bucky Palermo kicked his wrist from the ropes. Abdullah once again trying to grab the rope to force a break. Now here's where the Beast's knowledge of the grips of the ring comes into play here. Abdullah, he's just an animal in the ring. He doesn't know any wrestling.
He doesn't know the moves. That he depends on brute force.
That's exactly right. Whipping of the ropes on the rebound. A kick right to the throat. Telegraphed that backdrop endeavor.
Yes, he did. He did. He went down for it too soon.
Now the Beast on the deck here now, and Abdullah staring. His eyes are like bulging from his head, this maniac.
Did you see him look over for instructions from Siegel? Did you notice that?
Yeah, Siegel has some sort of hypnotic power over him.
Some sort.
Abdullah definitely is mesmerized by Dr. Sam Siegel. And now a bear hug grip.
A bear hug. This is a submission hold. This is a submission hold.
The Beast may run up the white flag here.
But the Beast is a very powerful. Good move. Good move.
Well, the
Beast, he's in trouble. He'd better get on his bicycle and try to kill some time to regain his composure.
Well, the Beast paid back fire with fire there with an eye gouge to escape that bear hug, but he's still in big trouble. Whipping to the ropes, Beast rebounding, and another bear hug.
Bear hug again. I don't know if he can survive two of these.
Abdullah really pouring on the pressure now. Referee Bucky Palermo moving in. Beast's wrist is limp here now. He lifted it 2 times. If it would have dropped if that wrist would have dropped a third time. The Beast now, he's getting that elusive second wind now, Bobby. Now trying to hoist him for a body slam. Whoa, he got him halfway up.
450 pounds. 450 pounds.
It wasn't your classic full body slam, but
he got him off his feet and took him down.
I mean, that's amazing.
I haven't seen him off his feet that often.
Lateral press, 1, 2, 2.5 by the Beast.
Watch out, Beast.
I didn't know the Beast had that sort of power.
I didn't either.
450 pounds.
But I didn't know he could slam a 400-pound man.
Abdullah misses with a roundhouse right.
Sleeper, this could be it. This could be it.
Cutting off the blood supply to the brain. Look, there's Siegel coming in with the chains. Oh my.
Gosh, right to the medulla.
Right to the back of the brain indeed, and referee Palermo calls for the bell. I mean, you got to do something about this guy, Bobby. In South Park, he did the same thing. He interfered when the Beast had Abdullah in trouble.
Uh-oh, watch out. The Beast is oh, boy. Some of his own medicine.
Payback time now.
Oh, my.
Siegel, all four limbs stretched out.
Oh,
That's what I call payback.
That's for sure.
The Beast got the chain, though, but Abdullah got a towel. There's like 750 pounds at least going after the Beast. It looks as though Abdullah will be disqualified due to the outside interference of Sam Siegel. This is it, the Tri-State Extravaganza 1987, the greatest independent wrestling card ever held in the Tri-State area. And this event, a big six-man tag team riot, 2 out of 3 falls with a 60-minute time limit. We have team number 1, Jerry Stonewall Jackson, 230 pounds out of Pittsburgh. George Leach, 288 pounds out of Hungry Hollow, Pennsylvania. And Cactus Jack Foley, 257 pounds out of Truth or Consequences, New Mexico. They are seconded by their manager, the master of disaster, Mark Curtis, and Curtis's bodyguard, Jimmy the Dream Roberts. And their opponents, we have Jack Waring, 200 pounds out of Virginia Beach, Virginia. The California Kid, T.C. Reynolds, the Tri-State TV champion, 228 pounds out of Huntington Beach, California. And the Patriot, 225 pounds out of the North Hills of Pittsburgh. And we got the opening bell for the first fall in this 2 out of 3 falls match. Our referee is Bucky Palermo. And Bobby Hunt, my co-commentator. It's going to be hard to keep up with all this action without a scorecard.
You know, Hank, I received most of my injuries in wrestling and tag matches. And here you have a 6-man tag, so there's going to be a lot of action. I mean a lot of action.
Plus, we got 2 potential interferers down at ringside in Mark Curtis and Jimmy Roberts, the Dream.
Yes, Mark Curtis and his bodyguard, right?
Yeah, his so-called bodyguard. Who's going to guard the body of Jimmy the Dream Roberts?
Yeah.
Right now, Bucky Palermo trying to sort out which man is going to start for each 3-man squad. Looks like Jerry Stonewall Jackson against the California Kid, T.C. Reynolds, to start off this big 6-man tag team riot. The California Kid, the current Tri-State TV champion, locking up with Stonewall Jackson. And now they're trading the advantage back and forth. And now Stonewall with the advantage against the turnbuckle. Referee Palermo trying to force a clean break here, and he does.
Palermo's going to have his hands full in this match.
Yeah, we can use 2 or even 3 refs in a match like this. I recall years ago in Pennsylvania, they used to have 2 referees for a tag team match.
Yes, they always had 2 referees, but they've changed that.
Now we're down to 1. Wrist lock advantage for T.C. Reynolds over Stonewall Jackson.
Nice reversal, very good reversal.
Good move by T.C. to get the advantage back.
Good takedown, good takedown.
As you fans may or may not know, Jerry Stonewall Jackson is the twin brother of Jimmy the Pittsburgh Kid Jackson, and their styles are 180 degrees different. Jimmy Jackson, strictly scientific. Jerry Stonewall Jackson is a rule breaker of the nth degree.
That was a good reversal and a good takedown.
Good scientific action from both men so far.
It surprises me in this match. It's very good, very good.
I'm surprised that Stonewall Jackson, he's usually to the rough stuff right away. Maybe he's trying to turn over a new leaf. I don't know.
We'll see as the match progresses.
Locking up once again, T.C. Reynolds and Jerry Stonewall Jackson. Side headlock by T.C. Grinding the ears. Now there it is. That's the Jerry Jackson I know.
That's right.
Low blow to T.C. Reynolds. Referee Bucky Palermo was out of position, and Jerry Stonewall waited for that. Double eye gouge. Double kick by T.C. But to no avail.
Jackson was ready for it. He was ready for it. Jackson's fighting a very smart match.
So far, things are surprisingly calm in this 6-man match, but I don't think it'll last for very long.
I don't think so either.
TC trapped on the ropes, a whip and a reversal. But a stalemate now. Good scientific defensive wrestling by both wrestlers there. A scientific stalemate so far in this match. A low knee blow. Jackson whipping and a reversal by TC. Jackson hits the ropes on the bounce. Super leapfrog. Jackson rebounds again. Super leapfrog again by Reynolds. And a flying clothesline decks Stonewall. The fans like what they see so far. A pin near the ropes, but Jackson grabs the bottom rope to force his freedom. And now tagging in Jack Waring for his first action in this six-man tag match. Waring, 200 pounds, out of Virginia Beach, Virginia. First time I've seen this guy. Looks in very good condition against Stonewall Jackson. And ex-Mr. Pittsburgh, Stonewall Jackson. Now Jackson going to work. And you notice he has that, Jackson has that right glove on. That's a very controversial glove.
Yes, well, does he have a bad wrist or a bad hand or something like that?
He claims to have an injury.
Does he have an excuse for wearing that?
He claims to have an excuse for an injury, but he's known to load that glove with some kind of foreign object.
And he wears it all the time.
Yes, he does. He's been getting away with it. Now Cactus Jack Foley in. Former Tri-State TV champion. He lost it to T.C. Reynolds recently on Tri-State Wrestling. Jack Waring now taking the worst of it from Cactus Jack. Hoist and a body slam. Cactus Jack in the driver's seat here, bonding from the ropes, and now tagging in the Patriot. As you may have saw prior to the match, the Patriot handed out complimentary flags to some of the children at ringside. This man is red, white, and blue.
I know the Patriot's an ex-paratrooper, I know that.
He is, as his name implies, a Patriot. Handed out about a dozen flags at ringside to the children. And Cactus Jack looks very reluctant to lock up with the Patriot.
And they're waving those flags, huh?
The Patriot standing about 6'3" or so, very good-looking, 225 pounds. Now Cactus Jack locking up with the Patriot. And he's backing him up into the ropes, Cactus Jack, begging for a clean break. Now let's see if he reciprocates later, Cactus Jack. I don't think he will.
I don't know. As we said before, Bucky Palermo has his hands full.
Well, Bucky's the best referee the Athletic Commission has to offer, and we need the best referee for this event.
He's one of the best around, that's for sure.
Around 25 years experience in wrestling. Good switch by the Patriot.
Good behind by the Patriot. Very good, very good. Good move.
And the Patriot now gets
Comes up with a
reversed.
hammerlock. That was a good move.
Cactus Jack with the hammerlock, but a flip by the Patriot. And this Cactus Jack is uncharacteristically scientific.
Yes, I noticed the moves he's using tonight. He does seem very. It's rare to see him work this way.
This might be a ploy by the Master of Disaster, Mark Curtis. He has managed Cactus Jack for quite a time, and
Is that right?
yes, and might be a strategy by him, but it's not going to last for too much longer, as we see now with a right to the head by Cactus Jack. And now the Patriot whipped into the ropes on the rebound. Cactus Jack with a flying elbow. I don't know if
Patriot's in trouble.
he got him in the throat
It's
or in
time for a tag if he can get to the corner. Cactus Jack is not letting up, not one bit.
Cactus Jack Foley, 257 pounds, out of Truth or Consequences, New Mexico. An exchange here, but Cactus Jack gets the better of it. In this first fall, it
Still has the advantage.
a hoist, vertical suplex. Almost brought him down on his head there. Lateral press, 1.5 count. The Patriot isn't giving up. Trying to fight fire with two belts to the breadbasket, a third one. And now the Patriot coming back with some dukes. And the Patriot seeks the sanctuary of the ringside floor. Being consoled at ringside by Jimmy the Dream Roberts.
I don't know what Mark Curtis is complaining about.
Well, he's always complaining, that guy. He's always trying to seek some kind of advantage. He's not called the Master of Disaster for nothing.
That's for sure.
Now, referee Palermo trying to get some order with these seconds and managers at ringside here.
I wonder what instructions the Master Disaster gave his crew. But we'll see what happens.
Well, whatever it was, it's probably up to no good, whatever instructions he gave.
For sure. The knee to the head. An elbow to the head.
Cactus Jack coming up with the heavy artillery now.
That's for sure.
Patriot with a belt to the breadbasket. He's coming back. That renewed vim, vigor, and vitality, trying to reach the surface here, but Cactus Jack not letting up one bit. A six-man tag match here. A riot is liable to occur at any moment here. The Patriot with a body slam. Now TC Reynolds tagging in. The California Kid, the current Tri-State TV champion, now facing the man he defeated for those laurels, Cactus Jack Foley. Roll over cradle. 1, 2, 2.5 by referee Bucky Palermo. Cactus Jack begging for mercy from TC.
Cactus Jack had better make a tag because he's being worn out.
He's been in there quite a long time. And he pulls him out the center ring. Step over toe hold.
Very good strategy. Oh,
Drop,
very hard on the knees.
dropping 228 pounds on that stricken limb. And now the action slowing down here. Now the eye gouge by Cactus Jack Foley. It's going to come a point in this match, Bobby, where TC and the Patriot and Jack Waring are going to take enough of this eye gouging and punching by their opponents, and
You're right about that, Hank.
and anything's liable to break loose. And now putting the head of TC on the top rope, choking, distracting referee Palermo. A cheap shot from Curtis. Jimmy the Dream now holding as Mark Curtis hits. Referee Palermo distracted by Foley.
Palermo didn't see any of it.
That's where that second referee would become very handy. And now Gorgeous George Leach in there for his first action against TC Reynolds. We now have everybody in the match now. Everybody's seen a little bit of action. And now Jack Foley in without a tag. A double wrist lock. Double wrist lock on TC Reynolds.
Looks like everyone's getting in on the action now.
A backflip, beautiful move. And he crashes the craniums together. What a sensational
Leach
move.
must be seeing stars now.
He certainly is, courtesy of TC Reynolds and that fantastic move. Diagonal whip and a charge. Monkey flipping. Gorgeous George goes sprawling. Ahoy's 288-pound body slam. What power. There's the Patriot. He got a tag at TC. Slingshot, and the Patriot comes in the hard way, and that's the pin. The Patriot covers Gorgeous George. Winner of the first fall, the team of Waring, Reynolds, and Patriot, and we'll be right back. And now in the second fall, the losers of and winners of the first fall have to start out.
That's correct. They have to start this out.
So that means that George Leach will have to start out.
Some sort of a problem. Yes, I think they're trying to change, but they're not going to fool Bucky Palermo with a maneuver like that.
Yes, indeed. The Patriot, since he pinned George Leach,
Right.
Patriot has to start out against George Leach, at least until they make contact.
They tried to pull a fast on Bucky Palermo, but he was not having any of that at all.
I mean, with his 25-plus years experience, they're not going to fool this guy.
That's for sure. They're not going to do that to him.
And now Leach backs the Patriot into the ropes and a cheap shot to the upper chest. But the Patriot ain't going to have that.
If I were Leach, I'd make a tag right away because I know he's really flustered now.
I mean, he really took a hard splash. He was slingshot over the top rope, and he must have been 10 feet in the air when he came down with that body press. A chop across the upper chest by the Patriot, and a flying Beal, and the Leach goes flying. Now, Leach, I think, wants revenge. He was embarrassed by being pinned in the first fall, and he wants to get revenge somehow. He wants to stay in there and pin.
No doubt he'll try to work him over to the corner. But the Patriot's not having any of that.
So far, we haven't had any triple teaming yet, I'm surprised. You have a lot of that in a six-man tag.
I wouldn't be surprised to see it very shortly, though.
Referee's position, Leach backed into the ropes. And the Patriot laying in the heavy
It didn't
artillery.
take it so long. They're coming back now.
Once again, the referee's position. And now a wrist lock by the Patriot with the advantage over George Leach. And now backing him into the ropes and whipping into the opposite ropes. Leach rebounds a Patriot.
Good drop kick. Very good drop kick.
Right under the jaw. His Patriot really got high up into the air, sort of reminiscent of your drop kick, Bobby.
Why did you notice the Patriot tagged out as soon as Leach tagged out? That was a smart move.
We have Jack Waring in there now against Jerry Stonewall Jackson. A tag for each team. We got some fresh men into the fray. Now Jackson hoisting and body slamming Waring. Knee drop into the throat of the fallen Jack Waring, and an encore. And now Stonewall Jackson with a vertical suplex. He's proud of what he did there, prancing like a proud peacock.
But he should cover the man right now for the pin. They need this pin. They're down one fall. They need this pin.
Yes, indeed. So-called bad guys down one fall to
There's
zero.
a time to showboat and a time not to showboat. This is not the time to do it.
Waring leapfrog over a rear takedown by Waring. 2.5 count.
See, it almost cost him the match, that showboat move. You can't do that.
Jack Waring nearly getting the winning 3 count there. Would have been 2 straight falls had he got it. And now some strategy talk over with Mark Curtis and Jerry Stonewall Jackson. As you see now, that black glove.
Curtis had him by the hand, by the right hand. I don't know. I don't think Curtis is a magician, but watch him.
That's what I was just going to mention. A black glove of Jerry Stonewall Jackson. Curtis may have handed him something.
He did something. He had him by the hand.
Jackson's notorious for loading up that black glove, and he has a brain claw grip where he squeezes together the temples of his opponent and gets a lot of pins and submissions out of it. This could be where he loaded up the glove. I don't know. You notice Mark Curtis, he's up to no good whatever he does.
Right, I noticed that Bucky Palermo checked the glove at the beginning of the match, but he didn't check it after he came out of after he talked to the Curtis on the corner.
Well, Jack Waring laying in the blows here. He's making his move in this match.
It looks like he's not going to give him a chance to use it.
But I think Jackson has that loaded glove. We're going to have to watch for it. A whip into the turnbuckle by Waring. Waring moving in, trying to get that winning fall in his best 2 out of 3. Now Jackson, what's he up to? Might be a loaded
Right
fister.
in the throat.
Chop to the throat, indeed. Now backing Waring into the ropes, a whip into the into the ropes on the rebound. There's that loaded glove and a claw grip. The brain claw grip by Jerry Stonewall Jackson. I don't know how many pounds per square inch pressure, but he got Waring down on his back. His shoulders may be down on the mat.
That's very painful with the bare hand, but with a glove.
We got a submission here, Matt fans.
With a glove, there's something.
Waring has submitted to the brain claw of Jerry Stonewall Jackson, so the match is even at 1 fall apiece. Winners of the 2nd fall, Jerry Stonewall Jackson, George Leach, and Cactus Jack Foley. And Matt fans, we'll be right back. Matt fans, we're back for the 3rd and deciding fall of this big 6-man tag team riot. As you just saw, the winners of the 2nd fall with Jerry Stonewall Jackson's controversial brain claw grip. A submission yielded from Jack Waring. We have the 3rd fall of this match now. It's even at 1 fall apiece, Bobby.
I'm a little surprised they didn't complain more about the glove. I'm really concerned about that glove.
And Jerry Stonewall Jackson has to start the 3rd fall with the man he beat for the 2nd fall, Jack Waring. Jack looks like he's all right.
And the loaded glove.
And the glove probably still is loaded.
Now he's got to make a tag as soon as he can.
Yeah, to Waring's credit, he's pretty tough because a lot of men after that claw grip, they're past that and they can't continue. But Waring is ready to go.
I still think Waring needs more time to recuperate. So if I were him, I would make a tag as soon as possible.
Unfortunately, between falls, they only have about a 1-minute rest period.
That's right. You don't have enough time to recuperate from something like that.
And Waring did tag out. Contact was made between Waring and Jackson. So that allowed Waring to tag out. And now T.C. Reynolds in, the California Kid, against Jerry Stonewall Jackson. In this 3rd and deciding fall, each squad has 1 fall to its credit. The winner of this fall will win the event. A big 60-minute time limit here. Locking up in the referee's position. Trading the advantage here, but now a cheap shot by Jerry Stonewall Jackson. Eye gouge by Jerry Stonewall Jackson. And a fist to the breadbasket by T.C. Reynolds on the comeback trail. Another cheap shot to the throat. These men look like they're getting worn out already, Bobby. It's been a grueling 2 falls so far.
Oh. Good move, good move.
Both men dropped to the canvas trying to out-strategy each other, but TC was
He outsmarted him on that.
a little quicker back to his feet after.
He outsmarted him on that move.
Now the side headlock by TC Reynolds. Both tried the same trick there, but TC a little quicker back to his feet. Side headlock by TC Reynolds. In the ropes, TC whipped into the opposite ropes on the bond. Jackson drops to his feet. TC jumps over. Now they're crisscrossing, running the ropes. What's going to come here, I don't know. Lots of strategy here, but no collisions here. Jackson now hopping over TC. And now a monkey flip by Reynolds. Very high one. Now the California Kid, the current TV champion, in the driver's seat on Jerry Stonewall Jackson. Now a hammerlock grip by TC, tagging the Patriot.
Good tag, good tag.
It looks as Jackson doesn't want any part of the Patriot.
He doesn't want any part of it.
And now it's Cactus Jack Foley tagging in. No, Jackson's staying in there.
I thought he made a tag.
I thought he did too, but he's staying in there. Lots of confusing action in these 6-man tag team riots. Patriot looks like he's gasping for air there with that loaded glove.
Palermo would check that glove again.
Now Jackson threw him into the corner where he could easily tag out. I don't understand that.
I don't either.
He had the advantage, Jerry Stonewall Jackson.
I would have kept him in as long as I could.
Good drop toe hold takedown by TC Reynolds. And now it's Jerry Jackson on his stomach, and now TC with a hammerlock grip. Is he going to drop back with that 228 pounds? Yes, it is.
That's very painful.
Jerry Jackson screaming in agony. Now back to the hammerlock advantage for TC.
I think TC's going to try to get a submission out of this.
Jerry Stonewall really looks in agony, and he grabs the middle rope to force his freedom. Looks like Jackson's getting something from Curtis again. Curtis handing some kind of object to put in that glove.
The referee didn't see it. Bucky Palermo didn't see it.
Mark Curtis is very deceivious here, the master of disaster. He managed once again to slip the object to Jackson without the referee noticing, and he's chopping him in the throat. He's trying to put the brain claw back on.
This could be it.
And now everybody's getting into the fray. Looks like the Patriot and Waring have had enough of this loaded glove.
The match is out of control. The match is out of control.
Referee Palermo calling for the bell.
He had no choice but to ring the bell because the match is out of control. The referee can't afford to lose control, and he didn't.
I mean, referee Palermo was not noticing that object, and Waring and the Patriot just had enough. They had to come in and save their partner.
But when everyone came in the ring like the one referee, he had to call a stop to this match. He had to.
All 6 battling in a Pier 6 brawl here.
Because the match is over, but everything's out of control now.
A full-scale riot, and now TC Reynolds got Curtis at ringside. Curtis body slammed on the hardwood floor. Oh, action just too quick to be described with the unaided voice here.
I think, I'm not sure whether it's a double disqualification or what, but I know that Bucky Palermo took no chance in losing control of this match, and he called a halt.
I will try to get the official word from our ring announcer. He's about ready to speak here. I do believe it will be a double disqualification. Referee Palermo had no other Here it is, the official verdict. Yes, indeed, Matt fans, all 6 wrestlers, both teams disqualified. As I said, Bobby, they had to save TC Reynolds from that loaded glove, and Waring and a Patriot came to his rescue. With all 6 guys battling, referee Bucky Palermo, to his credit, just threw the match out, disqualified everybody.
Because he didn't know that the glove was loaded. He had no way of knowing. But when all 6 wrestlers came into the ring, you have to call a halt, because if you don't, like I said, you just lose control.
The referee has to have control at all times, and Matt fans, it goes into the record books as a 3rd fall double disqualification. And we'll be back with more Tri-State Wrestling momentarily. Matt fans, this is Hank Hudson at ringside, along with my expert guest color commentator, former wrestling great Bobby Hurricane Hunt. And today's program is originating from St. George's Gym, Stram Hall in the Allentown section of Pittsburgh, the Tri-State Extravaganza 1987. And this event here, one of our feature attractions at the Tri-State Extravaganza, a lumberjack match for the Tri-State Heavyweight Championship. TSWA President Boris K. Fabian has assigned 12 wrestlers to patrol the outside perimeter of the ring and make sure that the combatants remain within the confines of the squared circle at all times. And Matt fans, Johnny Rotten, the current Tri-State Heavyweight Champion, 235 pounds out of Detroit, Michigan, along with his manager, the Master of Disaster, Mark Curtis, and his bodyguard, Jimmy the Dream Roberts, defending the title against the former champion, John Hercules Gavin, 290 pounds out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And Bobby, I don't know if you saw the match or not, but Johnny Rotten literally stole the Tri-State title from the waist of John Hercules Gavin.
I didn't see the last match, but I know one thing. John Gavin has one of the finest physiques in all of wrestling. He's a very powerful man, but he's going to have his hands full with Johnny Rotten because of the tactics he uses while he's wrestling in the ring. What's going on? There's a chair in the ring. He's sitting in a chair.
I don't know if Gavin is staging some kind of sit-down strike. The title has been stolen from him, and Gavin's been trying to get a rematch. Johnny Rotten just come back from a tour of South Africa. He was gone for a month and a half. And
I understand he had a very hard time getting this match back, this rematch. I don't know, but I heard.
Gavin was really steaming. He gave Rotten 2 shots at the title, and now he's waiting for his first chance, and he's getting it here at Shram Hall. Now Gavin whipping Rotten into the ropes on the rebound. Misses with a clothesline. Rotten rebounds again. Flying body press by Johnny Rotten. 1, 2. He bowled Gavin over with that. Good scientific move by Johnny Rotten.
Both wrestlers very intent in the early moments of this match. Very intent.
Johnny Rotten with a good reverse kick and an encore. This Johnny Rotten learned 1,001 grips, flips, and slams from his mentor, the Master of Disaster, Mark Curtis.
It appears that way.
Johnny Rotten backing into the ropes on the rebound, kicking the fallen Gavin right in the solar plexus. It's going to be hard to keep up with the action in this match. Hoist, full body slam, 290 pounds by Johnny Rotten.
That says something for the power of Johnny Rotten. Oh, a missed elbow.
Misses by a country mile, Johnny Rotten. And the momentum has changed back to John Hercules Gavin. And a hoist. Look at the strength of Gavin. Full body slam. Backing into the ropes, elbow drop endeavor. Now Johnny Rotten getting back into the momentum.
I don't know if both of these wrestlers can keep up this pace. It's a torrid pace.
With 12 lumberjacks at ringside, plus Curtis and Jimmy Roberts, anything's liable to happen. Johnny Rotten, the defending Tri-State Heavyweight Champion, won it very controversially right on Tri-State Wrestling from John Hercules Gavin, stole the title away, reverse kick, encore by Johnny Rotten.
Those kicks can be very devastating. They'll weaken you and sap your strength.
Snapmare takeover by Johnny Rotten, measuring him for a knee drop right into the throat. Lateral press by Rotten. Andy Kid the Paul with a 2.5 count. The fans trying to get behind Gavin, clapping and stomping, trying to get him to regain the momentum.
But Johnny Rotten has the advantage and he's not letting up.
Now Johnny Rotten now trying to think out his next move here. Gavin in dire straits already as he tries to regain the Tri-State title. The fans stomping, clapping, trying to exhort Gavin to get that renewed vim, vigor, and vitality to make some kind of comeback in this event.
Gavin is clearly in trouble at this stage of the match.
Johnny Rotten now backing Gavin into the ropes, whipping in it into the opposite strands. Backdrop endeavor. But Gavin with a super knee lift. As Johnny Rotten telegraphed that backdrop. And now Gavin pulling Rotten back to his feet and a punch right to the ear. Johnny Rotten staggered as Gavin...
Right to the side of the head.
Yeah, right into the ear, I believe.
Right, that's right.
Oh, and a third one, Dex.
His ears will be ringing for days.
And now Gavin lifting Rotten back to his feet. Handful of hair and a running start. Johnny Rotten thrown through the ropes, and the Lumberjacks, it's their duty now, Bobby, to get him back in there.
Into the ring, right. Oh, what's going on? There's action at ringside.
Johnny Rotten's friends are trying to keep him from throwing Rotten back in, while Rotten's enemies are trying to throw him back in.
All they're doing is giving Rotten a rest. He needs a rest, and they're giving him a rest.
We're liable to have a Pier 6 or Pier 12 brawl right at ringside.
There's purely a disregard for the rules at ringside.
We got 12 wrestlers assigned to ringside by President Boris K. Fabian. Reverse splash by 2.5. He did a handstand sort of on the corner turnbuckle and reverse splash nearly got the winning 3 count.
Very good move.
Measuring him for a chop right to the throat. Johnny Rotten, all 4 limbs stretched out. We have 12 men assigned at ringside, plus Curtis and Jimmy Roberts, 14 men out there.
I don't think the average man would have gotten up the result of that last slap.
And as we know, Johnny Rotten, not an average man.
No, he's not.
Good elbow to the throat. 2.5 again. Johnny Rotten really taking a beating now from John Hercules Gavin, the challenger.
The advantage is surely in Gavin's favor at this point.
Measuring him again for a right to the jaw. Gavin wants very hard to regain the Tri-State Heavyweight title he held proudly for quite a long time. Johnny Rotten undefeated in a tour of South Africa, just back, and Gavin forcing him into this lumberjack match. 12 wrestlers at ringside to make sure these men stay in the ring at all times.
And at this point, it looks like the belt might change hands again.
Well, rather sloppy. Look at Cactus Jack.
He should have covered him.
Well, Cactus Jack pulling them out. Cactus Jack pulled them out from ringside.
You know, it might not have been a bad idea to bring in 12 independent wrestlers who, you know...
Gavin charging. Walking into the waiting foot of Johnny Rotten. Those reverse kicks are taking their toll on the former champion.
Johnny Rotten is very skillful with that maneuver.
That's been his best offensive move so far tonight. He's used it about a half dozen times.
Very effective, very effective.
Rotten rebounding from the ropes, a kick to the solar plexus.
I think Rotten's trying to set something up now.
Snapmare by Johnny Rotten. Backing into the ropes again on the rebound. Knee drop, or is that a falling headbutt? I couldn't tell.
Headbutt to the solar plexus.
Lateral press by Rotten. 2.5 count. Infinitesimally close to a pin.
It requires great strength to come back from a maneuver like that. A headbutt to the solar plexus takes all the wind out of you.
I know there's
You can see he's still trying to regain his composure. And the advantage is directly
thrown over the top rope.
This time.
And now the Lumberjacks going to work on John Hercules Gavin. It's their duty to throw him immediately back into the ring.
Right. All 12 wrestlers, it's their duty to throw them back into the ring.
But they're not supposed
taking
to.
Sides. They shouldn't do that.
Yeah, they're not supposed to work over the wrestlers. They're only supposed to immediately toss them back into the ring.
All the action has to be inside the ring in a match of this kind.
Those abdominal muscles of John Hercules Gavin are probably among the hardest in wrestling, but still they're taking a terrific punishment from
It's his
Johnny
great
Rotten.
conditioning that's kept him in the match this long.
I mean, at least a half dozen reverse kicks and all that, the falling headbutt to the solar plexus.
Johnny Rotten is a superior craftsman when it comes to dealing out punishment to the midsection. With those kicks and those knee lifts.
And now Johnny Rotten going outside the ring, climbing up to the top of the ring post, I believe. Standing up at his perch from that high altitude. Double forearm after a leap from that high altitude. Now Johnny Rotten measuring, setting him up, I believe, for the vertical suplex. What strength.
That's a very painful move.
He's going into his victory walk now.
It looks bad for Gavin at this point.
Falling
right
forearm.
to the base of the neck. He could be paralyzed with a punch like that.
If he gets him right in the right pressure point, he could paralyze him. The fans chanting for John Hercules Gavin to make a comeback.
It doesn't look good for Gavin at this point.
But this man does have amazing recuperative powers.
He does, I've seen it.
He gets that elusive second and third win at a given moment. The man just wants to win so hard, and as you see right there, he reversed the momentum. Rotten's head was rammed into the turnbuckle there. A last-second reversal. And now Gavin in the driver's seat. Chop to the upper chest. The fans chanting, stomping, clapping for Gavin. He got 99% of these people on his side here, Bobby.
That's right, he wants that title back desperately.
A press. sort of a haphazard one, though. I don't know why he's not putting his full 290 pounds on him.
He should have pressed him. He should have put him with a body press. He should have covered him with his entire body.
Now Rotten whipped into the ropes on the rebound. A lift, a military press.
Oh, that's painful.
235 pounds hoisted into a military.
Recover from this.
He threw him down from a high altitude. 1, 2. He jerked him up at the last second.
On the ropes, or did he pull him up?
He pulled him up, I believe.
He should not have done that. That might cost him the match.
He's throwing him outside the ring to the Lumberjacks. They should throw him back in, but the Lumberjacks are tussling again.
They're giving him time. He's getting precious time to recuperate from the punishment he's been taking.
Very good point.
Right. It's not right. It's not right.
But Gavin made a mistake. He jerked him up from the mat when he could have had the 3 count.
I'm sure he had the pin.
Johnny Rotten back into the ring, but he had precious seconds to recuperate. Sort of like the situation years ago with Jack Dempsey and Tunney with the long count.
10 seconds could be an eternity. You can gain a lot.
1 microsecond is enough to cost you the belt. Like Bob Prince used to say, a gnat's eyelash, you know, it makes a big difference sometimes.
Gavin is still giving him time. Oh, what a vicious blow.
Low blow by Johnny Rotten. That's a good momentum changer.
We always know that Rotten's capable of such maneuvers.
Referee indicated DePaul. Johnny Rotten made sure DePaul was on the other side of the action before he dished it out.
DePaul didn't see it, or he disqualified him for that.
This is a lumberjack match.
It's an evil move, but you've got to give Rotten knows how to take advantage of all the opportunities he has.
And now Rotten jerks him up. I don't know if he could have had a pin. These men hate each other so much.
They just want to deal out more punishment. That's what it is. But see, things like that can cost you a match. Several times this match could have been ended. I believe. I don't know.
Well, I think the hatred between these two men has come to such a point that maybe they're not even worried about winning. They're worried about maybe maiming or destroying or even killing the guy. I'm ashamed to say it, but these guys hate each other so much. They each could have maybe had a pin here. They could have. Rotten could have left with the belt, or Gavin maybe could have won it, but they're prolonging the match, trying to maybe maim or kill each other.
You don't like a second guess, but it appeared at times that both men had a pin, a clear pin.
This match is a 60-minute time limit, I believe. They might just go.
It might go 60 minutes of total punishment.
Tooth and nail.
Because I don't see an advantage right now. It's the momentum is shifting back and forth, and it looks like they're pacing themselves for a 60-minute match. Does it appear that way to you?
I don't know. Rear takedown by Gavin. Good move. That's it.
Oh, that's it. Very smart move. Very smart move.
Wrestling history made here at Schramm Hall in St. George's Gym in the Allentown section of Pittsburgh. Join Hercules Gavin in a scientific move out of nowhere, Bobby, after all this brutal punishment.
It might be a task to get that belt off of Rotten. I don't think he wants to give it up.
Well,
he knows he's lost the belt, but he won't relinquish the title.
Well, officially, Gavin Arias, he got the belt. He is the brand new champion, regaining the belt from Johnny Rotten. Matt fans, this is Hank Hudson at ringside, along with my expert color commentator, Bobby Hurricane Hunt, for Tri-State Championship Wrestling. The Tri-State Extravaganza 1987. We have a Sicilian strap match here, Bobby, and right off the bat, Baron Mikel Donatelli attacking Irish Red Walsh before they even applied a strap.
I know these fellas at one time were the best of friends, but somewhere along that line they came to parting in the ways, and they're deadly enemies now.
We got to get this strap on somehow. This is a strap match. They're each supposed to be joined at the wrist by one end of this 10-foot leather rawhide strap.
But they didn't even wait for the bell. There's so much hatred in this match.
As you said, they were undefeated as a tag team, and they seemed to be headed for the vacant Tri-State Tag Team title. But
something happened somewhere along the line. They came to parting in the ways, and now they're deadly enemies. I know that.
Yeah, along the line, there was some evidence of internal bickering. Donatelli was the more vocal of the two. He kept complaining and belittling the toughness and viciousness and Red Walsh's contribution. And Red Walsh was sort of the victim of Donatelli. It all blew up on Tri-State Wrestling a few months ago. Walsh was wrestling Mr. K, and Donatelli was at ringside, and he felt that Red was just not dishing out enough punishment, and he just ran into the ring and started beating on Walsh from the blind side and delivered a vicious pile driver, which this cold-cocked Red in the ring. He was unconscious.
I see, and that's what started this sort of rivalry. Is that right?
And they did have one match on Tri-State Wrestling. where a regular match where it was just so vicious and so the ring couldn't contain it. We had the whole dressing room come out and pull them apart, and even then they had a lot of trouble. Everybody from the dressing room, and it's come to this strap match where they finally got them together here to Bucky Palermo's credit. And there's no DQ in this match. They can choke with this strap. They can beat with this strap.
Yes, to Bucky Palermo's credit, because at one point I thought they would never get this thing off the ground, but he did get control of the match.
Yeah, he had to get the strap on for the match to start,
Right.
and it didn't look like they were going to be able to do it. But now it's Donatello. He got that thing wound tight. Red got out somehow. Everything's legal. Choking. Anything goes in this match.
No holds barred in a match like this.
Say there's no DQ, no countouts, no time limit, no disqualifications, nothing but a 5-count pin anywhere in the building will decide this match.
That's right.
A 5-count pin, not even a submission.
It could be in the balcony, but the 5-count pin anywhere in the building.
Or right in the back alley or anything.
Right.
Just hope our cameras can get out there if it goes that far.
As long as Bucky Palermo can count to 5, that's all that matters, right?
And Red got the strap wound around the legs of Donatello. He got him tied into a pretzel, it looks like. You got to mind some kind of strategy in this match. That strap is...
In a match like this, everything is at close quarters. You can't go in the corner and have a distance from your opponent. Everything has to be planned within 4 or 5 feet.
Yeah, the strap is about 10 feet long. We didn't get an official measurement on it, but it appears to be about 10 feet long.
Yeah, it appears to be about that.
So that's about as far as they can get away from each other. But they need a 5-count.
If you want to run the ropes, you have to run it with your opponent. You can't go one way and him go the other way because it just won't work.
We got a 3-count there, but as I said, Matt fans, it has to be a 5-count pin. In an ordinary match, that would have been it.
That's right.
But it has to be a 5-count pin. Not even a submission. If a guy submits, no, the match continues until there's a 5-count pin. This match has been nip and tuck so far, and now Donatello appears to be choking with the strap. Palermo down for the count, a 2-count.
But as you said, a 3-count wouldn't do it.
No,
It has to be a 5-count.
There's not even stopping for blood here. Nothing. Nothing will stop this match except a 5-count. And it's no time limit. So we could be here all night.
Momentum has changed for a while. Walsh is in control. He's in control. He's got a pin.
That's not a pin.
That was only a 4-count. It was only a 4-count.
Our timekeeper was a little
That's right.
premature. The timekeeper has to realize that he never rings that bell until the referee tells him.
That's right.
We're working with the Pennsylvania State Athletic Commission on this show. We're not using our usual tri-state people, so that wouldn't have happened under the normal circumstances of tri-state wrestling. Okay, it was only a 4-count, so the bell should not have been rung.
That's right.
And now the match is spilling outside the ring now.
Oh, right into the ring post.
Donatello's cranium rammed square into that ring post. Not only are they using the strap to dish out punishment, but now the ring post. This match could carry all over the place. These fans better stay loose as in goose, as they used to say.
To Donatello's credit, he's able to get back into the ring after taking that tremendous hit on the ring post.
Red Walsh on his back now. Oh my, right into the groin area. But as I said, no DQ, so
That's right. You can't disqualify men for that.
referee Palermo saw it, but anything goes in this scrap. A Sicilian strap match. A pile driver looks like, oh my, right on the top of the cranium.
You may get a 5-count here.
That's it.
That's it. The match is over.
With
On
the
a
pile
surprise
driver,
move.
Matt Fann's the winner of this Sicilian strap match. A super grudge match, but with the pile driver getting the 5-pound pin, KOing Irish Red Walsh.
The pile driver put Donatello completely in control because Walsh was close enough to the edge of the ring to get his leg over the rope, but he just didn't have the strength to do it after that pile driver. It takes everything out of you.
And Red is still out of it. The strap has been disconnected.
I hope he's not hurt too bad.
Donatello, I don't know what he's up to now. He's up to no good. He's won the match, but he hates this man so much.
Oh.
Well, Matt fans, that was it. The Tri-State Extravaganza 1987. We only showed you 4 of the great matches. We can maybe show you some of the other matches on future weeks of Tri-State Championship Wrestling. Well, Matt fans, it was the greatest card ever in the Tri-State area. But stay tuned next week for more exciting Tri-State Wrestling.